Hi everyone, my name is Idil and welcome to my kitchen. In this video we are going to make a great dish together. We are actually going to make two dishes, so it's going to be a meal. We are going to make crispy lamb chops, and I usually like to serve this with basmati rice with cranberries and walnuts. This is my go-to recipe when a friend is coming home. It's really simple, amazingly delicious. The lamb is going to be so juicy, you are going to love it, and the basmati goes great with it. So first off, what I'm going to do is I have a pan here to cook the rice. And I put about a tablespoon of olive oil in it. And I'm adding a tablespoon of butter as well. I always include butter when making rice. It gives it a great nutty flavor. And once the butter is melted, I'm going to start by sauteing the green onions. And now I'm adding the onions. I always use butter with olive oil as well, so that it doesn't burn, because you know butter is quite easy to burn. So it's a great idea to mix 1 tablespoon of butter with 1 tablespoon of olive oil. And now I'm going to saute the onions for about 2 more minutes. And then I'm going to get rice in there. I'm going to add some walnuts to the rice. It's going to give it a great crunchiness, but I want to saute them before so that they're tastier. So here, I have another pan here, and I'm opening up the heat, putting it on, and I'm putting the walnuts in here. And I'm going to saute them for about, I'll say 4 minutes on low heat, which will only make it much more delicious. So now that the onions have softened up a little bit, I'm adding 1 cup basmati rice. What I did beforehand is that I have rinsed it under running cold water for about 5 minutes to get rid of that extra starch. And now I'm going to saute it with the onions until the rice looks nice and glossy. The rice looks nice and glossy. Now I'm adding some salt. It's very important to add the salt in the right amount at the beginning, because it distributes much more evenly. So I'm giving everything a good mix. And for 1 cup of rice, I'm using 1.5 cups of room temperature water. Putting the heat on high, giving everything another good mix. Once I see the water boiling, which will be quite fast, I'm going to put this on a simmer, cover up the lid, and let it cook until rice absorbs the water, which will be for about 8 minutes. While that's cooking, let's prepare the meat. So I have 4 lamb chops in front of me. I have 2 eggs that I've whisked up, and I have a cup of about a cup of breadcrumbs. And I'm putting 3 tablespoons of parmesan cheese in the breadcrumbs to make it more flavorful, giving everything a good mix. And I'm going to add in a little bit of salt, not a lot, because the parmesan is also salty. But I will say about half a tablespoon. So what I'm going to do now is that I take the lamb chops, I dip it in egg, in breadcrumbs, and I do this again. So I double coat it for a more crunchy, crispy layer. And then what I'll do is that I'll fry it in shallow oil that's heating up right now, and then they'll be ready to serve. The rice has absorbed the water, and I'm now turning off the heat, and I'm going to let this rest for a little bit. So I'm putting on a kitchen towel, a clean kitchen towel, and putting the lid back on. And the frying oil is ready as well. Now I'm going to fry these up. After 2 minutes on one side, it's time to flip them over. You never want to overcook your lamb chops. They're such a precious part of the meat, and they're so soft. Don't overcook them and don't dry it out. So now I'll flip them over. 2 more minutes here, and then it's done. And then I'm going to transfer it with a plate that is a paper towel on top, and I'm going to let it rest for 3 minutes. And now I'm going to chop the walnuts that I've sauteed, and it gave it a great taste. I always saute walnuts. So much better. I'm going to roughly chop them. And taking the rice in front of me, getting the cranberries in there. You can use any type of dried fruit. Cranberries go great. You can also do raisins. Getting the walnuts in here as well. and I want more greens. So I'm going to add about 2-3 tablespoons of parsley. Time to give it a good mix. And it's time to plate this. The rice looks so good. It's perfectly cooked. It looks amazing with the cranberries and walnuts and all the greens. I'm going to get a lamb chop. Just look how beautiful the lamb is cooked. And now let's give this a taste. Looks great. It's very good. The lamb is super soft, very juicy. Really crunchy, almost like a Milanese. But because the lamb is quite thicker, it's very filling. I really like it, and now I'm going to taste the rice as well. That's really good too. It's very light because we used Basmati rice, and that will go along greatly with the fried lamb chops. This is my most favorite rice recipe when people come over to my house. Usually I'll make this like 7 times out of every 10. So please do try, and don't forget to leave your comments. I share a lot of easy, breezy, delicious recipes, so don't forget to subscribe. See you next time. Bye!